Okay, so I rendered it out, and here's what it looks like. And you can already really see, once it's gotten rendered out, that there are a couple problems with it. One of the problems is because of the way the MassFX rigid body, I have a hard time saying that, modifier created a surface right there, and the olives they're at least falling into the glass a little bit further, but they're not falling all the way into the glass. So the way I would fix that is I would go back in there and I would put some liquid in here so it looks like they're floating. The other problem is no matter what I did to this box, either the olives fall on top, and that's what they're doing. This is the top of the box. See, the olives are falling on top. Or if I did to this what I did to this, they roll through. And they shouldn't. I'm not sure why. So this is how I would fix both of these things. And problem solving is something you got to get really good at with 3 Studio Max. I would recreate this box without doing what I did, which is my default way to create a box is just to take off the lid. I would just create a flat surface and then create the edges around it and apply the modifier to them individually as kinematic objects. And so that what it will do is it won't recognize them as one whole. They would be 5 separate objects. And I think that would fix it. The other thing would be to put the liquid inside the glass so it looks like they're floating on the surface. Usually it's not a big problem. I've never seen it like just cut it off like that before. But it did here, and I'm not sure how to get around it once it sets that up. So those 2 things would solve that. And as you can see, this is the lower resolution. So when I scaled it down so that it didn't look so terribly pixelated, it came out about here. It took me 30 minutes to render this, but the 200 frames ended up with only a 6-second video. And so that's where that is. Okay, so yeah, I would just maybe either put some olives in there already so that it looks like it's falling on top of existing olives, or put something, ice cubes and liquid in here so that it doesn't look weird. And then yeah, unfortunately this box, no matter what I did to it, they fall on top of it, or they roll through it. Oh, I know that's not perfect, but what I could do is at this point add more keyframes and then manually auto key move those down so that they're all and that one goes through the. Let me find one that's in the middle here and see what happens. Yeah, so that could be a way to save it. Let the MassFX take it so far, and then just showing at least that one olive down in there, a couple olives down in there would fix it. Let's just take this back to a single frame, and we're not going to save it. We're just going to render it out. Okay, that's weird. Oh, it's doing the whole thing again. Whoops, sorry. I just want a single. There we go. So yeah, you see I pushed that olive down in the glass. You could just manually, when you get to the end of the animation, just automatically automate it and push the olives down like those are now on the ground. And that could fix it. If you couldn't get it to work any other way, another way to solve it or to save it. So Pretty cool. All those olives. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to blow something up, how to blow stuff up in the next video.